What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about the Spider Weaver. This time we're going to take a look at her event that is going on right now, the Ethereal Arms or something like that, I don't know. But we are going to talk about this event and we are going to take a look at which is going to be the exact number of cores that you have to spend in order to complete the event. And we're also going to talk about a little bit about Spider Weaver. And Scopely has been going really hard after our cores, and we already have the data mines that the next month-long event is going to be for Spider-Man 2099, and you can expect once again that it's going to be required for you to have a lot of cores. So keep this in mind, because you might want to hold back a little bit on your core expenditure. Okay, so as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content and make sure you smash that like button. Okay, so let's talk about Spider Weaver, and I have some bad news. Yikes. Okay, so her reign in Arena is over. Yes, it's already over. It lasted for 1 week, but now with the introduction of Red Hulk, he is so fast, and because he turns rewinds with his special, Spider Weaver usually she doesn't have enough time to use any of her abilities. And also she is a mystic character, so she will always make your Morgan Le Fay to go after the enemy Morgan Le Fay, especially if the enemy has Red Hulk. If the enemies don't have Red Hulk, if you have the same amount of mystic characters on the enemy side, then it's not going to be a problem. But in the situation where you are already using Red Hulk, Rogue and Morgan Le Fay, then Spider Weaver, she's not going to have any turn, because you just can't. You have the passive from Emma Frost, and you also have the passive from Morgan Le Fay that will stop you to have any turns with Spider Weaver, which is lame, very lame, unfortunately. So the reign of Spider Weaver in Arena, it lasted for only 1 week. Some people are talking about Red Hulk not being good in Arena. Bro, just shut the fuck up, because you have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so is Spider Weaver still important since she's not good in Arena anymore? And the answer is yes. On the Doom 3 raids, if you want to sim all nodes, Spider Weaver might be a character that you want to consider. She is fairly superior compared to Agatha Harkness because of reducing the accuracy of the enemies once again. So if you pair her with Deadpool, Morgan Le Fay and the 2 Eternals, that's going to be a great team for you to defeat the Doom 3 raids. Also, in Dark Dimension, she is very strong together with the Secret Avengers on the global nodes. She is one of the only mystic characters that is good enough on the global nodes, and yes, we have many characters there, so it's up to you to decide. She's going to give some additional healings, she's going to give some additional buffs, and she has a stun, which is very important on Dark Dimension 5, because you have yo-yos, we have Squirrel Girls, you have shooties, and you need to apply those stuns in order for you to be able to have an easy run on Dark Dimension 5. Otherwise you're gonna struggle quite a lot, because the global part is one of the hardest parts. Now, in terms of other game modes, of course she's part of a Cosmic Crucible team, so if you like Cosmic Crucible, that's going to be important. And in terms of Alliance Wars, you can plug and play her anywhere, and the same goes for Avengers Tower. You can plug and play this character anywhere, as long as you're not facing Morgan Le Fay or some character that is way faster than you, and she will be quite useful. So yes, unfortunately not useful anymore in Arena, but it's still a very strong plug and play character that you can use in other game modes. Okay, so that's the recap for Spider Weaver week 2, now that Red Hulk has been released, now that Red Hulk has been in the wild. So now let's talk about this Eternal Arms event, and we also have the Destined Connections that is related with this event as well. And we can also relate the victory blueprint to this event, because we are going to use our cores in a way that we can minimize how many cores we have to spend and maximize how many events we can complete at the same time. Okay, so with this in mind, the score system for this event is to get as many orbs as possible and to spend the power cores. So the combination of the two will allow you to get some juicy rewards over this milestone list. And depending on how many cores you spend, you might be between milestone 34, 35 and 36. Now the goal is for you to get these pants, the indestructible pants, and that's on milestone 35. Some people will be baited. Some people will be baited in order to spend cores to get the Scarlet Spider shards, but to be honest, the price tag for the Scarlet Spider shards is just way too expensive. Scarlet Spider right now is a farmable character. The Web Warriors are they are going down in terms of value because we already have multiple Pestilence runs, so they are not going to be good anymore for the Scourge of Pestilence. And then in raids we have already seen footage of the Gamma team doing very well in raids, so the value of Scarlet Spider shards, like they are dying off. They are not good anymore. Well, let's be honest, they are not good anymore. They are not good in Arena, they are not good in Dark Dimension, they are not good in Alliance Wars, Cosmic Crucible, so they are falling off in all game modes. And this is, like I said, this is just a bait for you to spend 1,400 additional power cores that you don't have to. You really don't have to, because the Web Warriors and especially Scarlet Spider, they are just falling off the meta. Okay, so how many cores exactly do you need to spend to get these indestructible pants? So let's take a look at that. We have the numbers right here, and I run these numbers, then I was a little bit confused. Is this really the numbers? Then I talked with someone on Discord. I also took a look at the video of Boylon to see he overcomplicates too much the situation. And but yeah, we have the right numbers, and that's what's important. Okay, so first off, let's take a look at the nodes. This is related, I didn't mention, but this is related with the campaign that we have going on right now for Spider Weaver, of course. So you go to her campaign and you need to get these fragments for her. The more fragments you have, the more orbs you open, and those orbs are going to give you 2,000 milestone points. And then it's all about spending power cores as well. That's also going to give you some points as well. So you want to have a combination of the fragments, of the vigilant orbs, and also of the power cores. And if you cross the points of both of them, you can lower the cost of it. Okay, so when we run the numbers, and if you pay attention to the fragments each node has, it tells you right here that you should not spend over 600 power cores. There is one crazy person out there saying that you should spend 600 power cores on every single campaign. It's not the case. You only have to spend 500 power cores, because after that, after the 500 power cores, you have diminishing returns in terms of your value. So beyond the 500 power cores, there is no point. You can see right here, the first ones, they have 700, and then it's 600, and there are only 3 nodes, so it's not even meaningful. Okay, so after that, we have this compensation of 2,400 points, and then we have these 840 points that you are going to get from a calendar. Okay, so let me rephrase this. This is actually from the first time clear, so this is the first time when you clear the nodes, there is a bonus there. And this is the points you get. So points from the first time clear, and then from the calendar. Now there was also a bug that gives you some additional points. I think it was around the 3,000 points, so that's going to be taken into consideration as well. Okay, so that's the first points that we are getting. Now we have right here the power cores, and this is the energy you gain passively. This is the clock going on. You are going to get 528 energy, and then if you spend 200 power cores, you get 400 additional energy. If you spend additional 400 power cores, you are going to get 400 additional energy. As I just said, it's not relevant for you to get the 600 power cores. The maximum you want to spend is 500 power cores. Okay, so beyond that, we have the energy that we'll have available if you use all of these. Of course, we are going to take a look at the different scenarios where it will not be the case. Okay, so we also have here this, that is the second milestone that we have going on at the same time. So this milestone is the destined connections, and this one revolves around blitz. You have to blitz like 4 rotations per day or 5 rotations per day, and that will allow you to get 20,000 milestone points. This is what it means. It's milestone points that are going to score for this other event. Okay, so with that in mind, 4 rotations per day to get these 20,000 points. The event is going to repeat 3 times, so that means you are going to get a total of 6,000 points over 7 days. You need to pay attention to this. You want to finish your blitz way before the event ends, right? You still have 1 additional day, but still you should pay attention to get all your blitz rotations in before the event ends. Okay, so that's the second part of the event, and now we have the different scenarios with how many power cores you spend and what you are going to get in return. So if you spend 200 power cores, you are going to get 122,000 points. Is that going to be enough to get the pants? Let's take a look at that. No, it's not. We need 135,000 points. Okay, so spending only 200 power cores is not going to be enough. What if we spend 400 power cores? Is that going to be enough? Yes, it's going to be enough, but it's also going to be too much. And the fact that it's going to be too much, it's something that you don't want to do. So you have the other 2 scenarios. You have 600 power cores. Is it going to be rewardful for you to get these 600 power cores in? If you take a look at the milestones after the pants, once again you have the trap shards for Scarlet Spider. It's not important anymore, but if you spend the 600 power cores, you are going to get these 300 SBCs. Is it going to be worth it? Maybe. They sell these 300 SBCs for like $10, so it's up to you. Do you prefer to buy the power cores or to buy the SBCs directly? If you have an abundance of power cores and if you have 0 SBCs, maybe this is going to be an option for you. I really don't consider it because I only get free-to-play power cores from the arena, and that's why I don't recommend to get any of these milestones. The value is just not there in terms of someone who's free-to-play in terms of power cores, someone that does not buy any power cores. Okay, so you can see that the 300 power cores gets you very, very close of the milestone, the one that you need for the pants, but it's still not enough. You need just a little bit more. But if you spend already your 200 power cores, then it's like, oh, you cannot spend 350 power cores. Well, yes, you can. And this is what you should do, is to spend 350 power cores. Now, these 50 power cores, you have 2 options. Or you spend it on energy, and that will help you with the milestones on the website. But it's not important. You have this milestone here for energy. It's not important at all. You get 600 energy per day anyway. Unless you have a busy schedule, then that's going to be helpful to get this because you get half of a gold orb. If it's not the case, if you don't have a busy schedule and if you are able to collect all this energy, the 350 power cores, the 50 power cores, the additional ones that you need, then you want to use them on the Blitz store. On the Blitz store, why would I use my power cores on the Blitz store? It's going to get these war energy refills. This is where I've been spending my additional power cores, is to get these war energy refills, because we still have for 3 additional days the victory blueprint milestone. And that's going to be important to finish off, because this is where you get a good source of this Way to Blue level 4. And depending on your time zone, you might get 4 Alliance Wars. I'm in that situation, so it's going to be important for me to have as many of those war energy refills as possible. And if you spend 50 power cores every day refreshing the store one time, you are going to get enough to do the 14 attacks per Alliance Wars, which is extremely important in case you want to get ahead in this event. What is more important? Is it more important for you to get the Scarlet Spider shards, or is it more important for you to get this ISO 8 Blue level 4 that you are going to need for all the characters in the game? You need ISO 8 Blue level 4 for all characters in the game, but you need even more for the characters that are going to be part of the Apocalypse Saga. So if you ask me, where should I prioritize my power cores, Scarlet Spider shards or ISO 8 Blue level 4, I would definitely say ISO 8 Blue level 4. It's not even comparable. So yeah, with all of this in mind, you can see that by spending 300 power cores on the Spider Weaver campaign, and by spending 50 power cores per day, refreshing one time the Blitz store, you're going to be able to get the pants, the indestructible pants, and still you are going to be able to get additional levels on the Victory Blueprint milestone. These indestructible pants will allow you to finish the Hulk Hunter milestone, and as I said, this event is gonna end very soon, and after that we are going to have the Milestones month-long event for the Spider-Man 2099. Okay, so that's how you maximize your rewards, by minimizing how many cores you have to spend. And like this, you don't have to spend unnecessary amount of power cores. Spider Weaver, very good character, no longer important on the arena meta, but still she has a huge potential of plug and play for Cosmic Crucible, Alliance Wars, Dark Dimension, Doom Raids, and also Avengers Tower. So even if she is not the queen of the arena anymore, unfortunately it only lasted 1 week, she is still going to have a lot of value in all of those other game modes. So that's gonna be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.